1, 2, 3. Hey, what's up, Jooba people? Welcome to this lesson. This is going to be Love Is All by the Tallest Man on Earth. And in this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you the song, but I'm also going to be telling you what the chord names are, and we're going to touch on some music theory and generally how to go about learning a song like this. So the wrong way is to just download the Guitar Pro tab or just play along with the tab, and because then it really takes longer to learn it than to learn the core elements of the song, the chord progressions, and the picking patterns. I've got them all written down in this PDF. Be sure to download this so that you can follow along with me with the chords and the lyrics and everything. And so what I did here is I wrote down like the core picking patterns. That's like the intro pattern with a, and then this pattern, which is the, because then you kind of stick with the pattern and then you're fine with the song. And then sometimes he switches up the pattern to something like this. So, and then he goes to this pattern in the, so it's just variations. This whole song's variations of these basic picking patterns that I wrote here. And what you can do is you can learn the chord shapes, learn the picking patterns, and then first practice them together in like your own way, and then start going to the song. That way it just makes it more fun in that. Okay. So let's start with just the chords that he uses, or let's start with the basic pattern, the basic picking pattern, and then we can learn the chords with the pattern. So let's just do, this song is in standard tuning, but the high E string is dropped down to a D. So that sounds the same. The best app for you to download to be able to do that is the Fender Tuner app, which really helps you to tune odd tuning. So just set it to auto and put the chromatic setting on, and then you can tune the string down to a D. Or you could use your ear or whatever. Okay. So, and then it's capo on the 7th fret. Okay. So capo on the 7th fret. And this tuning is really nice to play with in the key of G. So when you're just playing in the key of G, because you can just play a G with one finger like it. E minor, then it's actually an E minor 7th. So a lot of cool things that you can do just because that high E string is tuned to a D, but he's doing it to get that. And he could have done like, but it doesn't sound as cool as the way I should do. Okay, so let's quickly get the picking pattern first. Just play a G chord, one finger at the top like that, and then your thumb is going to be alternating between these two notes. And this is called Travis picking. It's all he's doing, is Travis picking. So the bass is going ding, 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 ding the whole time, right? Boom, boom. And then you got the rhythm, boom, ba, 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 boom, ba, 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 boom, ba, 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 ba. I sang it wrong the first time. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So you want to do that until you're really comfortable to play that at a nice speed. And then you can start changing to the chords. And what's cool about this, the bass pattern stays the same throughout the whole song. So he doesn't really change according to the chords. Even when he's playing a C chord, he's doing the bass on the G. So really, really, really cool. Only with the A minor it changes, but anyway, we'll get to that. So for the E minor, we're doing these two fingers here. For the D6/F sharp, oh, I made a mistake here. This string is open. Okay. Then we go to a G chord, which we already did, and a C/G. It's just like this. Let me just do a little bit of a close-up here. So that's the C/G. Then we're gonna go to a G/F sharp. Sometimes use this as a passing chord. You can do that with the first finger or any finger you want. And then a D7/F sharp. So that's a D7 with an F sharp in the bass. And a G/B is just like a G, but a B in the bass. A minor, which I didn't fill in the fingers. Okay. And for that, the bass is just going to be alternating between the 5th and the 4th strings. Okay, so that's it for the chords. Once you have that, you're good to go. Now, the intro riff picking pattern, I'm just going to go through all the picking patterns, and you can practice these. So the thumb is going. And then before the last bass note, so 1, 2, 3. This is the hardest. Now, the rest of the picking, that's this what they does for the intro, and sometimes they do it in the middle of the song. When you hear that, then you'll know that's that picking pattern. Let me just a little bit down like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's what he's doing there. And sometimes he does it in the middle of the song as well. This main pattern you can use throughout the whole song. You can play the whole song just with this picking pattern, and it will sound pretty good. Okay. And that's the one we did now, so I'm not going to repeat that. Then you have this main pattern that's kind of repeated here, and it's almost the same, but the rhythm is pa 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 pa. So you got to pinch in the beginning 2 notes at the same time. So let's do it with a G chord. It's going to be like this. I love this song. Okay, so you get the idea of that pattern, and then this one is going to be, this long one is going to be the one with the signature riff. And to do that slowly, I'm just going to do the C/G for the first bar. Boom, da, da. second time it's a D7. So sometimes I play this note and sometimes I don't. And this is a pull off bit on the B string. You get that, yeah. And the rhythm is ba 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 ba. One, two, three, and four, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and once you can count that, then you're fine. Okay, so let's go through the song, and I'm just going to go through it slowly, and I'll just pause at the places where I think you might get stuck. So, for the intro, he just plays the E minor for a while, and then he goes into playing the verse without singing it, basically. So he's just doing... and then the verse. So for the first part, he actually plays here, he plays an G/F sharp. Okay. So there he's doing. So. That intro is boom ba ba. Here he does something really cool before the chorus, right? He does this thing on the D6/F sharp. He's going like... So the melody is going 1 with the bass. Get the idea there. Really nice. And then the other verses work the same as the first verse. Nothing special there. Once you can do the verse and the chorus, you're good. Okay, so if you're struggling to get the song, which you might, then make sure you really got your handle on these picking patterns first before you start figuring out the individual parts. That's important. After that, if you're still struggling with it, go get the tab and follow it note for note, or the parts that you battle with. But always think about what chords you're playing, because then it kind of helps you with learning other songs and vice versa. Yeah, learning this song. Anyway, cheers.